tomorrow, Sunday, for Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, to attend the Joint Arab-Islamic Summit. The summit will commence on Monday, November 11, 2024, and is being held at the invitation of King Salman and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and follows last year's summit in the same Saudi city. President Tinubu is expected to speak about the ongoing Israel-Palestinian conflict during the summit, highlighting Nigeria's adamant demand for an immediate ceasefire and the pressing need for a peaceful settlement. Nigeria would also push for fresh attempts to resurrect the two-state solution as a means of achieving regional peace that lasts. Tinubu has charged Nigerian youth to contribute to nation building through active civic engagement. The president spoke during a federal government youth engagement program for secondary school students tagged the Next Generation project in Umuahia, Abia State. It described active civic engagement as a path to effective nation building. Speaking through his senior special assistant on citizenship and leadership, Ms. Rinshola Abiola, the president said he is committed to youth empowerment and capacity building. Tinubu expressed determination to provide platforms that would provide resources aimed at nurturing the potentials of Nigerian youth and steering them in the right direction. President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of Professor Abdullahi Mustafa as the Director General of the National Biotechnological Research and Development Agency for a second term of 5 years. This was contained in a press statement issued by the press secretary to the NBRDA Director General Tony Omozua in Abuja today. According to the statement, Mustafa's reappointment was conveyed in a letter signed by the secretary to the government of the Federation, George Akume. It says Mustafa's second term is effective from 31st October 2024, and it is in line with the provisions of Section 10, Subsection 1 and 3 of the National Biotechnology Department Agency Establishment Act 2022. To other matters, the Kano Electricity Distribution Company, KEDCO, has denied reports claiming that the company defied the Minister of Power's directive on customers' disconnections. The clarification was made in a statement issued by the head of the Corporate Communication Unit, Sani, and made available to newsmen yesterday evening. It says KEDCO's attention has been drawn to a publication by Arawa report suggesting that the company has defied the Minister of Power's directive on consumer disconnections. It added that the company has not defied any directive from the minister following the outage that caused a total blackout in part of the north from 4:57 a.m. on 21st October to 4:56 p.m. on 30th October 2024. The Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, has called on Nigerians to join a 40-day prayer and fasting program to address the country's current hardship and seek divine intervention for relief and prosperity. The program, scheduled to begin on January 6, 2024, and conclude with a national prayer gathering in Abuja on February 14, 2025, aims to mobilize Pentecostal churches, Christians, and willing Nigerians to participate in prayers for the nation's revival. PFN President Bishop Francis Walioke emphasized that Nigeria's challenges are a collective responsibility of both leaders and citizens. According to him, the PFN's 18th Biennial Conference, themed The Rebirth of a Great Nation, Nigeria is Great, will feature prominent Nigerians addressing national issues and offering guidance on collective solutions to the country's challenges. Meanwhile, First Lady Remi Tinubu has refuted claims that she is organizing a national prayer over the country's economic challenges. Claims were making rounds on several platforms that the First Lady is, in conjunction with others, planning a prayer session for the country. But the spokesperson to the First Lady, Busola Kukoi, described the claims as not only misleading, but also unfounded. In a statement today, she clarified and informed the general public that the First Lady of Nigeria, Oladoyin Tinubu, is not organizing a national prayer. To Edo State now, the outgoing governor of the state, Godwin Obaseki, has alleged that the All Progressives Congress, APC, is borrowing between 2 billion naira and 5 billion naira to finance the inauguration of a new governor. Obaseki, who disclosed this at the inauguration of 10-man caretaker committee members of the state's PDP in Benin City yesterday, however, lamented that the outgoing government was not carried along nor invited for the inauguration. Recall Senator Monday Okpebolo, the candidate of the APC, who defeated the PDP candidate Aswe Godalo in the September 21st, 2024 governorship election in the state, would be sworn in on Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. In Kaduna State, the state governor, Malam Diko Radia, has inaugurated 550 recruits in the second batch of the Castina Community Watch Corps. This was coming barely over a year after the first batch of the Corps was launched on October 10th last year. The governor praised the role of traditional and religious institutions in the fight against insecurity, calling on the newly commissioned officers to continue engaging with these pillars of the community, leveraging their wisdom and influence to build trust and foster unity. During the ceremony held at the College of Peace and Disaster Management, Barbaruga, Batsari Road, Castina State yesterday, the governor underscored the role of traditional and religious institutions in the fight against insecurity. Global Box News Express, I beg your pardon, is reaching you live from Adamimogo 107.7 FM. It is still to come. New terror group strikes in Kebbi kills 15 Russell's cattle. Please stay with us.
Season is here with us again. Oh yes, Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido-Ekiti is using this medium to inform and invite children, parents, heads of nursery, primary and secondary schools, churches and individuals wishing to sponsor children and be a part of our 2024 Father Christmas show beginning from 2nd to 24th December 2024. Come and let's revel in the season of love and giving. It promises to be fun-filled. Our Father Christmas will arrive from Rome and be seated at his grotto in our station to receive children, dance and play with them. There are lots of take-home goodies and gifts from Father Christmas, as well as toys and play gadgets to make children's visit interesting, long-lasting, and memorable. For further inquiries, please contact Desmond Olaoluwa on 0806 511 4430 or Bayo Babalola on 0803 562 5812. Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido-Ekiti 2024 Father Christmas Show promises to be exciting.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us again. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook via Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido-Ekiti. For happenings around your news inquiries, please contact our newsroom on 0811 801 8242. Now to the rest of the news. The Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, General Christopher Musa, has applauded the Special Independent Investigative Panel on Human Rights Violations in Counter-Insurgency in the Northeast for exonerating the Armed Forces of Nigeria, AFN, from the indictment by the International Community of the Red Cross, ICRC, regarding allegations of forceful abortions and other infractions in the Northeast. This was stated in a release made available to defense correspondents in Abuja today by the Director of Defense Information, DDI, Brigadier General Toka Gusau. The statement noted that the CDS commended the 7-member panel led by Justice Abu Aboki for diligently carrying out a thorough investigation since its inauguration in March 2023 by the Nigerian Human Rights Commission. General Musa reaffirmed the commitment of the Armed Forces of Nigeria to the defense of human rights and their resolve to ensure peace in the country, emphasized that no amount of false accusations would distract the AFN from exercising its constitutional mandate of protecting the territorial integrity of the nation. A newly active armed terror group operating in Sokoto and Kebbi State known as Lakurawa attacked Mera town in Augi local government area of Kebbi State, killing at least 15 people yesterday. According to a local source who confirmed the attack, Alhaji Bashir Mera, the group struck as residents were preparing for Jumat prayers on Friday afternoon, making off with at least 100 cattle. He said upon receiving the news, the people of the town mobilized hundreds to pursue the group into the bush to recover the animals, leading to an exchange of gunfire between the locals and the group, resulting in the death of 15 town people and 2 members of the Lakurawa group. Another resident, identified simply as Yarima, added that the group is based in Sokoto, from where it coordinates its attacks. Still within the security, the Nigerian military has killed over 70 fighters and commanders of Islamic State West African province ISWAP. The operation was conducted by the Nigerian Air Component from Operation Ardin Kai in a fresh airstrike in ISWAP camps in southern Lake Chad, resulting in significant militant casualties. This was made known today by Zagazola Makama, a Lake Chad Basin counter-terrorism and insurgency expert, in a post on his X handle. Makama disclosed that insurgents sources told him that the targeted strike on November 6th focused on camps led by notorious ISWAP commander Usman Russia. The security expert explained that the strikes specifically hit locations at Kualaram and Ariana Siki Island near Jabilaram in Mata local government area. And on the foreign scene, a United Nations Security Council Committee, UNSC, has sanctioned 2 generals from Sudan's paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF, for destabilizing the country through violence and human rights abuses. These are the first UN sanctions in the current war in Sudan, which erupted on April 15, 2023, as a result of a power struggle between the RSF led by Mohamed Hamadi Dangola and Sudanese Army Forces SAF Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. According to reports, the UNSC's Sudan Sanctions Committee yesterday agreed to a United States proposal made at the end of August to impose an international travel ban and asset freeze on the RSF's head of operations, Usman Mohammed Ahmed Mohammed, and West Darfur Commander Abdul Rahman Juma Bakala. On entertainment news, Nigerian singer Divine Kubo, aka Rema's hit song Calm Down remix with Selena Gomez, has made history as the first Afrobeat song to hit 1 billion views on YouTube. A check today by Newsman shows that the music video, which was uploaded on Gomez's YouTube page 2 years ago, has now surpassed 1 billion views, making it the first Nigerian song to achieve the milestone. The original version of the song has garnered over 619 million views on the platform. Also in August last year, Calm Down remix with Selena Gomez, became the first African song to hit the billion mark in Spotify history. It currently has over 1.5 billion stream on Spotify. And talking sports, Nasarawa United head coach Kabiru Doku has expressed belief that Victor Collins has what it takes to excel at the international level. Recall Collins recently earned his maiden invitation to the Super Eagles for the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers against Benin Republic and Rwanda. The centre-back is the only home-based player named in the squad by caretaker coach Augustin Eguavon. The defender earned his invitation on the back of his impressive displays for Nasarawa United in the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) this season. Dogo is optimistic Collins will secure a regular playing berth in the Super Eagles. And still of sport, Akwa United head coach Mohamed Baba Ganaru has said his team is in Mina to beat their host Niger Tornadoes. The Promise Keepers are yet to win on the road in the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) this season. Baba Ganaru declared that his charges are determined to win tomorrow's encounter built for the Bako Kontagaro Stadium, Mina. The experienced tactician told the club's media that the home win on Sunday against Kwara United has been a big motivation for them, hoping to maintain that tempo going into weekend's game against Niger Tornado. This edition of News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM. Oladoyin Palace, Ido-Ekiti. Before we go, the highlight again. We told you that President Bola Tinubu would depart Abuja tomorrow, Sunday, for Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, to attend the joint Arab-Islamic summit. We did inform you that the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, has called on Nigerians to join a 40-day prayer and fasting program to address the country's current hardship and seek divine intervention for relief and prosperity. Finally, we brought to you that a newly active armed terror group operating in Sokoto and Kebbi states, known as Lakurawa, has attacked Mera town in the Augi local government area of Kebbi state, killing at least 15 people yesterday. And that's News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM. Oladoyin Palace, Ido-Ekiti. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Oladoyin Ayegbusi. Thanks for listening.